GMS fam. Hey, what's happening? Sorry, I got the fake fruits showing. Yeah, that shit go hard, don't it? You already know who made that beat. I'm high, baby, I'm high. It's a good day. What up, Bassy ENT? What up, Wonder Man? What up, Black Man America? What up, Lady Aries? What up, Alma Dixon Cider? What's going on, GMS family? We here for another episode of the GMS show. Let's go. First and foremost, as always, I want to lead with love, positivity, good energy. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's the fucking weekend, man. It's the weekend. It's Friday, and we are fucking about to have a good show. We about to have a really good show. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about this individual for a minute, but I just didn't know where to start because this motherfucker is crazy. Habitual pull-uppers, what's happening? Yeah, that's the new shirts I'm gonna make too. Habitual pull-uppers for my GMS family. I'm definitely gonna make those shirts. We got to keep expanding the brand and continuing to uplift everybody else. What up, Emmett? What's happening? So we gotta talk about the inevitable, and that is Mr. Charleston White. I don't know where to start with this guy, man. Are y'all familiar with who Charleston White? I'm pretty sure y'all are definitely familiar with who Charleston White is. This man is, if shock value was a person, like that is who that is. I honestly don't think Charleston White is a person. I think he's literally chaos in human form. Like, this motherfucker is crazy. Now, I got hip to Charleston White a while back because he was one of the weirdos who had something to say about George Floyd. And it's like, it's crazy when anybody in this world would judge somebody off of what they've done in their lifetime as if they're better than anybody else. And I'm not going to play. Matter of fact, I should play you what he said just to kick this off, just to give y'all a little bit of a inkling of who Charleston White is. Let me hold on. Let me see. Let me fucking open this shit up, man. Listen to this shit, man.
Steven Jackson, NBA player, Stack 5.
Yeah.
He kind of came at you on the internet. Didn't really say your name. Did he say your name?
Yeah. See, me and him we done run into once before.
So y'all know each other?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was this before?
Well, this dude be all booger
sugar. He was mad about the Muslim thing, right? So he made a comment about the Muslim thing. He had just joined the Muslim clan, right? So he made a comment and said something to me, and we have mutual friends, right? So I tell him, yeah, man, made the video about me, put my name in the tag. But this is what I want to say that, homie. If they love George Floyd so much, what was he doing downtown broke? If they love George Floyd so much, what was he doing downtown broke, homie? We done seen the whole video, the full video. He was dope fiending too. Homie. I don't care about no dope fiend nigga, homie. In my world, dope fiends is beneath dead people. You treat them bad, you do them bad. They wash your car, you give them $2. That's how we do dope fiends in our community, homie. They wash your car, you give them $2. They come to the trap. They done risk their life stealing out a Family Dollar. They got $100 worth of stuff. You give them $5. That's how you do the dope fiend. Dope fiend can be fine as she is. She selling some dope fiend pussy. She get $10. You don't give her no tip. We don't take care of dope fiends around here, so how y'all go trick me to like one dope fiend, but on the other hand, the dope fiends get done bad? In real life, dope fiends are done bad. How you go trick me over here to say, hey, we love you, dope fiend? No, we don't. The man smoke crack. And for last year, all I've been hearing is I'm a crack addict. So if I've been getting shamed for being a crack addict,
People say that in the comments.
you see what I'm saying? So for a whole year, they've been saying you smoke crack, crackhead. Now we got a real crackhead. We got a real crackhead, DMX, and now it's pity. He was smoking crack as a kid. Man, what about? Yeah, remember I was a crackhead. So let's keep talking about the crackheads, y'all. Cause that's all we've been doing. That's all we know.
People pick and choose. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's fake, homie. We've been shaming crackheads since they mamas was smoking crack.
But.
So, in his opinion, because generally crackheads get treated bad, that in George Floyd's instant, or in his situation, he deserved to die. Nobody deserved it, or nobody should have gave a fuck about what happened to him. Even though what happened to him was wrong, regardless if he was a crackhead or not, we're supposed to just be like, yeah, he a crackhead, is cool, but then stand up there and say Black Lives Matter for everybody else. What do you stand with Charleston White for? What do you stand with him? You said Charleston has a glass eye, a real eye, and a third eye open. I don't know about all that. If that's the thing, if you follow Charleston White and you believe in the things that he's saying, you're believing in somebody who is a full-blown ass hypocrite. I'll show you a video of what I mean later when I get to the whole Asian stuff too. You'll see what I mean. But when I said that he is one of those people that's like, if shock value was a person, that's this guy. You'll see what I mean. People, y'all don't understand, when you are up here doing what you're doing for the internet, you start getting notoriety. People start listening to the stuff that you're saying, and they're paying attention to you. You develop a fan base. You will do what it is necessary to continue to keep that momentum, regardless if you contradict yourself or if you're a hypocrite, or if you say some shit that inevitably get you killed. Because I'm going to show you some shit too that's going to be like, oh, okay, this dude's wilding. Trust me. Now, I'm not here to tell you who to follow, who to listen to, who to believe, and I'm not here to tell you that. What I'm here to do is point some shit out, because I don't believe in this Charleston White character. I don't believe in the facade that he's putting up. What up, JG? What up, Bloodbath? Look, man, I think this is a character. I don't believe that Charleston White is this big evil character dude that is all about whatever the fuck he talks about. I don't believe any of that shit. I think that the internet is what made him believe in what he's doing now. Black man said Charleston is a troll because no one listened to him when he really was fighting in the court systems in Texas. See, that's another thing. People take a lane and they don't want to push through it. They don't want to continue that fight because it's taking them nowhere, and then they realize, oh, this is what's hot. This is what's happening. This is what I can do to get people to listen to me, to get people to watch me. Then they start acting a fucking fool. Yeah, he said I forget what his real name is, but he admits to he's a troll. Yeah, I've seen that's one of the things I was finna bring up. Your comment got deleted. What did you say? I didn't see if you I didn't see what you commented. What up, Lady Aries? You introduced me to people I never heard of. LOL. I'm intrigued. Yeah, now we're gonna get further into this. Now, Charleston White recently. Now we could go back and hear a bunch of the wild shit that he said. But I don't wanna overdo it with this motherfucker. He said, what's his name? He said, Paco Apollo, watch my movie Life of Paco Apollo. Watch my movie Life of Paco Apollo, black owned. Is black owned? All right, usually I'll be like, yo, get out of here with that shit. But hey, I support black-owned business, so as long as you don't comment that shit again, I'll support. Thank you. And then right when I said it, I see it pop up again. Look, I don't want to block you, bro. I don't want to get you blocked. If my moderator JG is in here, don't block him. Don't block him. But if you type it in again, we'll get you out of here, my man. But if it's black-owned, we got you. I support you. All jokes aside. But anyway, recently this guy has got into it with the Asian community. And I think he said some things, of course, being the shock value guy that he is. He said some shit that, of course, would rub people the wrong way. Now I'll get into some other shit because you know I know some Asian homies. I got some Asian best friends and shit. So we gonna get through that shit. So and again, I'm unbiased too. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I got Asian best friends, so fuck Charleston White. No, I'm not saying that either. But I'm gonna give you my perspective on certain things because he brought up some good points about certain things. I'm not talking about the way that he was talking towards them because the way he was talking towards them was disrespectful as fuck. But there are certain things that he brought up that we will talk about because we're used to certain things in the black community, especially when people adopt our culture. So we got to talk about that, and we got to be straight up about that, even though I love my Asian homies. Shout out to the Asian community. I fuck with y'all. But, you know, there is some underlying things that, you know, we need to talk about and get through. And I got to ask y'all questions as well because I know a lot of y'all have probably grown up and had some Asian homies or knew some Asian people that act like us, you know what I'm saying? So, and talk like us, you know what I'm saying? They say nigga, they all that shit. So we gonna get into that. But first, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna watch. Hold on. Let's see. Oh no! We're not gonna watch that. We're gonna watch this.
Recently, China Mac, you know, been getting into it with this popular blogger named Charleston White. And, you know, he been saying a lot of racist things, you know, towards the Asian community and just, you know, things that are, you know, when it...
I'm not going to lie. This looks like a group of niggas, but they're Asian.
rubs so well.
How the fuck they get a pass, nigga? And somebody do something to them bitches, and within 1 year of a president, these bitches got all kind of laws enacted. 1-800, nigga, baddest niggas been done in this country, homie. And they ain't never spoke one time for us.
Yep.
They Chinese rappers can come over here and go nigga, and then when they get mad at us, they can also say fuck you, nigga.
Oh, my bad. Hey, Black Man America, we gonna talk about that too. He started going at the Bloods and Crips and all this type of shit. Start going at a bunch of people in LA. Like, this is what I mean by, I'm telling you, we gonna get to it. He's a very shock value ass dude, and I think people that follow him really believe in the stuff that he's saying, but they not really paying attention to how he's moving. And if this is a person you stand behind, I don't know what to say. But
we can't say fuck you, gook. We don't even know how to speak they language to disrespect them. So they come take on our culture. China Mac, Johnny Dang, they get to be niggas, huh? And when a nigga say, nah, fuck you, Chinese boy, go rap in your language. Until y'all get something back y'all been taking, nigga. Y'all don't even hire us.
You know, how y'all feel about that?
Seen that shit. That's some bullshit. But fuck that motherfucker Charleston, whatever the fuck his name is, dog, man. He can't be like stereotyping all of us. Motherfucker, you know what I mean? Come out here and fuck with us, period. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. I'm all the way with China Mac, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to bro, you know what I mean? Putting up for what he believe in, you know what I mean? It ain't even about the color, race, fuck all that, you know what I mean? He putting up for what he believe in and what he grew up off of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that nigga Charleston White, right? I don't even know, bro, man. This nigga got a white shirt on with black print saying white boy. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? He real Trump supporter, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga, oh, man. You done got me started, man. Look, man, he ain't never been a foot, a day in our circumference, man, in our trenches, you know what I mean? I don't know how he grew up. I don't know how he grew up, you know what I mean? We grew up around niggas.
now that's what I'm talking about right there. So he got a point with the point of, now we talked about this. That's another thing. We talked about this. With the disrespect aside, his point is the fact that black people still are being lied to, That's it. That's what he should have said. He should have said black people are getting lied to by the government all the time. These presidential candidates come in and talk about everything they're gonna do for the black people, and then come in and do things for everybody else. That's what he should have did. But he took his anger out on the Asian community. There's a certain way you're supposed to go about shit. Because then you'll have people like this. And it's another thing. You can look at these guys, right? And you can tell what culture they adopted, right? We ain't stupid. Now, a lot of people would say this is corny. But nobody that would say it's corny will walk up to these same people and tell them that they're corny to their faces. See, it's the difference. These motherfuckers actually is wild with it. They'll do the same things niggas would do with a gun. So I don't put it past nobody. Here's the thing. When you adopt a certain culture, you also adopt the lifestyle too, depending on who you are. Now, I know these guys right here, I know they respect the black community. I know they respect black people. And I can tell. I've seen these same guys before talking about some stuff before. I understand where they're coming from. At the same time, I'm not gonna lie. When they say nigga, it bothers me. It bothers me. And I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't grow up being comfortable with anybody else saying nigga besides my own people that look like me. And it for anybody, it looks crazy to me for anybody else to use that word. And then at the same time, is that a conditioning that we're in where we only feel comfortable when we say it? It's crazy that we be like, yo, nobody else can say. Like, I personally don't think it's crazy that we tell other motherfuckers they can't say nigga and that we can be the only ones to say nigga. You get to do everything else in life. Give us the shit that we asking for, a fucking word, nigga. We don't want you to say shit. We want to have that word. We take it. You can't say it. Fuck out of here, right? That's my mentality. But at the same time, then it has that like mind fuck to it. Where it's like, have we been conditioned to only consider ourselves as niggas? It's a whole bunch of underlying shit, man. What y'all think? Oh, that's another thing. Black Man America said, I would like to see Asians take a lie detector test about how them and their parents really feel about blacks, which you probably will get a lot of their parents talking about how they don't really fuck with you. And that's a fact. Because they hate when their kids adopt the culture. They hate that shit. I've seen it firsthand. A lot of Asian homies who adopt to the culture, our culture, you go back to their crib, they got big ass houses because their family's been falling in line with everybody else in the Asian community. Making money, staying out the way. And then their kids will have access to shit and then end up adopting the culture and come out, you know, fresh as hell, looking dope as hell. Not really, and that's the thing. You can't really go over to their house either. If you be like, yo, we trying to go over to so-and-so house, the Asian homie house, nah, we can't go over there. Because it's not really an environment for niggas. And that's just a fact. I've seen it firsthand. Let me see. He said, so what? People take their anger out on us all the time for no reason. We're only reacting. Yeah, I get the whole reaction thing. But at the same time, like I said, there's a way you go about shit. And people really, really think they are tougher than what they think. And it'd be a real shame if Charleston White got taken out because of the fact that he want to raise his YouTube views. That's really what it is. That word has history. I would think Asians would understand with the chink word. That's as well. Like I've never used that's another crazy thing. Now here, all right, let me tell y'all something funny though. This is funny because this is a very true story. Listen to this. One of my best friends, man, he's like my brother, my Asian homie. I'm not gonna say his name, but we used to call him Asian ever since middle school. I'm telling you, hey, yo, Asian. And it was normal. He didn't come off as like he was offended. He didn't act offended. None of that shit. But Asian also said nigga. And this was from like middle school to like high school. But he cut that word out of his vocabulary because he didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like the way that it came off. He didn't like the way that it. And then I also started calling him by his actual name. You know, when you get older and you start realizing stuff and start really understanding the power behind certain things, you start to change how you move. And I think it was after high school because, of course, when you in high school, you young, dumb, full of motherfucking gum. All you care about is twiddling pooter and trying to, you know, get some little change and shit. You're not worried about all the words and all the extra shit. Like, especially in my generation when shit wasn't so cancel culture and so political, motherfuckers would just say whatever the fuck they wanted to without any feelings behind it. But when you get older and you start realizing shit and you start learning more shit, you start to change how you move. And my guy actually started changing up how he talked. He started changing up a bunch of shit. And literally, like I said, I stopped calling this motherfucker Asian. So I'm like, why am I calling you Asian, nigga? You ain't calling me, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a respect thing through it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you grow up with motherfuckers and you understand where they come from. Like, we had a whole race war and he was on our side. You know what I'm saying? And he did the most when it came to that shit. Like, I remember that shit. We was in middle school and the white boys at the school didn't like the fact that the black boys and the one Asian dude was always talking to all the, you know, all the whatever. They was just mad. They was always mad at us, always talking shit. And it was a literal race war. The white kids, the hockey and baseball and all those dudes versus the niggas and the Asian. And I remember one time, hopefully the statute of limitations is up for this. It wasn't that bad, but I remember one time we were like, yo, we kept that. Now this is the thing, the school that I went to, see, the kids there, they were real like they would like to talk shit, but they would never like to fight because they were really scared to fight. So like every time we challenge them to a fight, they always try to break off and do whatever, right? So we're like, hold on, we gonna catch these motherfuckers outside. Like, we gonna catch them somewhere. And sure enough, while my Asian homie and one of the other homies was driving with my Asian homie's older brothers, they pulled up and it was a Applebee's or some shit in the city we lived in. They seen the dudes, and these motherfuckers pulled out BB guns and started just started whamming at the windows, all types of shit. Them niggas was But anyway, that's what ended the war. I hope you know the police don't try to come for me for that story. Anyway, like I said, I got love for this nigga, man. Like he really showed up and actually, you know, showed out with niggas, and I appreciate that shit. It was the funniest shit ever. When I heard about the shit, I'm like, man, I wish I was fucking there for that shit. But anyway, like I said, there's a certain way you're supposed to interact with people. And like I said, no matter what, you know, I respect everybody, but it's something about when they say, and when I say they, I mean anybody else who isn't us uses the word nigga. Twiddling pooter. Yeah, that was some shit my older brother put me on to. Twiddling, you know what twiddling pooter is? You twiddle you use two, use one. You use two or one, or you. Anyway, sorry, I'm off subject. Now, here we go. So now we're gonna get Charleston White's reaction to these same guys who said what they said.
Charleston White, we back a few days later.
Yeah, man. We back.
Yeah. Now, you made a comment in our interview about China Mac, the Asian community.
Yeah.
These guys in the Bay Area, Sacramento, Stockton area, they got together and they responded to you. And you know, it's picking up steam. They're highly upset about what you said.
Yeah.
About the Asian community.
Yeah.
They feel as though they were raised with black people. They have brothers who were black. They came from the same struggle.
They ain't come out no black. They ain't come out the seed of no niggas. So whatever they think they grew up with, they are not us. That video is a bunch of Chinese, whatever the fuck they are, Asian, playing black, right? That nigga Charleston. How can YouTube allow a video with nothing but Asians in it use a racial slur toward a black dude? How can that stand up, homie?
I'm going to pause it there because he starts off with saying something that is a fact, and that is a point. That is a point. See, now I want y'all to understand the difference between somebody who is out here trying to make a point and somebody who is out here just using a point to get off hate. Charleston White is a person who will use points sort of like Donald Trump and then back it up with hate, disrespect, all types of random shit that just doesn't coincide with it because he needs to get his he needs to continue that momentum. Now, he could have went intellectual with it, but he decided to.
And what niggas is co-signing with that? What black Americans, what African Americans, what black organization is sitting back letting a group of Asians say that nigga Charleston? Say, homie, we supposed to be ready to go to war with them people behind this. I don't know what's going on in California, homie, but how can they disrespect? They can't take that word nigga and use it against me.
Now, let me go back to what he said about George Floyd. Now, a lot of people didn't like that. And the simple fact that he is a Trump supporter. You can't be a nigga against niggas and then expect niggas to defend you, no matter how good your point is. Does that make sense? Is that agreeable, or do y'all think, am I wrong?
That's
Let's continue.
The example I use, right? They want to embrace our culture, but when they get mad at us, how do they say niggas too, though? How? How can they use that word nigga toward a black guy and call me a nigga? Let Vlad TV and his white buddies do that. Let John Paul and Logan Paul, let them get together and do that and see it. We'll be an uproar.
Now your YouTube was flagged again.
Yeah, my YouTube was flagged for playing that video on my YouTube channel.
About you.
About me. Titled about me. Saying nigga Charleston. And these is Chinese gooks. And I'm sorry to say that on your channel, but I don't like them people. I don't like anybody who think they can take our culture and use our culture against us and then want to use the word nigga derogatory toward a nigga. And they say they our brothers. Where is the black hate at, right? They can rap about killing us, and these are Asian Crips. These are Asian Crips. Who are they rival gang members? Black people. They help us kill, so you mean to tell me the Crips gonna let the Asians join in killing us? They ain't gang banging on other Asians. They became Crips. They didn't become Asian mafias and go extort Asians. They came to help us kill us, and they hiding they Crips. Man, fuck them California Crips, homie, if that's the case.
Now, another person using a point, but also being the same person who, if somebody challenged him to a fight, the first thing he talks about is killing them, another black man. So like I said, you can't sit here and talk about somebody killing black people or somebody helping killing black people and acting like you care about people killing black people when people be offering you hands and you offer them a gun. Don't let it fool you. Don't let the deep talk shit fool you. He makes points, but he also contradicts himself. Don't tell me about the fact that niggas is killing niggas, or it has somebody joining in to help kill niggas, like you care about niggas dying when the first thing you go to is wanting to kill another black man when he wants to beat the hell out of you. Why don't you fight back? See, he says he got hands. He say he'll knock somebody out, but as soon as he says that, he makes sure he lets somebody know he got it on him, and you'll die trying to slap him. So tell me how much this person really cares about black lives only when it actually suits his when it benefits him. in a situation like this. Now, mind you, regardless of what they said, they reacted to something he said. These same people, these same Asian dudes that he's talking about, that he's trying to use this type of narrative for, he said something first that got them to react. Now, I'm not excusing their use of the nigga word. I'm not excusing that. What I'm saying is, you see the tactic. There's a certain tactic in things. People like to use certain tactics to benefit what they're talking about. He knows what he said that made them react the way that they're reacting. But now it's, how could we let the Asians say, fuck that nigga to a black man? Oh, the same black man that talks about Black Lives Matter and also sits up there supporting somebody like Donald Trump. Now, he brought up the fact that this same video that I played got his video flagged, so this might get flagged. My video might get flagged. We'll see. Either way. Shock value. Now, once we go to this part, let me play this real quick. I want to play this for you for somebody who also is involved in this, named China Mac. If y'all don't know who China Mac is a rapper from New York. He was one of the people that responded to Charleston White and who Charleston White talked about.
That just want to promote the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude Charleston White, I seen this stupid motherfucker. I honestly, I seen a couple of his videos. You know what I'm saying? He but he said some shit, and he kept on talking shit about the Asian people, talking about us like we dogs and shit like that, talking about us crazy. And I seen him talk about other things crazy too. Like he talked about X. He's the type of motherfucker that just.
Is that old head that's always online just running his mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
This bozo, you know what I'm saying? He just want to take something that's hot and want to like, you know what I mean?
Pour gas on the fire.
Like pour gas on it, but he want to spin it his way so he could like get clout and get people to listen to him, and then he'll spin it a certain way, and then you know what I'm saying? Like he the type of motherfucker that's gonna get like, you know, he's no good, bro. He the type of motherfucker that you start listening to, he'll start putting dumb shit in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like and I'm not saying all of this shit.
Hold on,
he says is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But certain.
So like, let me say this. Certain people understand that the tactic behind it. Like he said, not everything he says is crazy. Like I said in the beginning, I am an unbiased person. I believe when he makes points, he makes points. I'm not going to disagree with Charleston White when he's right. But I also understand the tactic behind that. And I'm not saying that people have to please everyone when they speak either. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to please everybody when you talk. But like I said, there's a certain way you have to go about shit. Black man said, China Mac doesn't say the word nigga. They need to sit down and talk. Bet they have similar views. They would. That's what I'm saying. Charleston's beefing with somebody who he probably would get along with. But his way of speaking on the entire Asian community as if these same Asian people who are directly talking about him are talking about the entire black community is wild. And that is somebody that is using a tactic to try to complement the agenda that he has of trying to keep the momentum going, keep the shock value going, keep his name floating around so that he can continue to do these interviews and continue to thrive on the internet. China Mac is one of the ones who sold drugs in the black community but would not sell to his own community. China Mac, first of all, he lived in a community with mostly black people. China Mac also talks about the fact that the things that he's done in his life, he's turned it around to try to do better for the community. You can't blame people who do certain, like I wouldn't blame the next black man for selling drugs to the black community. You can't single out one person when the majority of the motherfuckers that's doing it look like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to attack our own problems. We keep looking at everybody else besides ourselves. We have to start fixing shit internally. The black community, we have to figure our shit out. We don't need no outside people. We don't need the white community, the Asian community, the Mexican community, the Arab. We don't need none of them. We have to work out our own problems. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see from that standpoint. But never 100% anything ever. Nah, not at all. But I still think that, like I said, there's a way you go about certain things out here when you are in this realm. And you really don't know how many people are hearing you. He's thinking that because these people who directly responded to him are the only people that got beef with him. Look, man. I think from my standpoint, I'm one of those people that don't like problems or confrontations. I don't like walking outside having to look behind my back everywhere I go. I don't want to walk around keeping my hand on a gun because I know I got problems everywhere I go. That's like, let me just show y'all. Let me show y'all what I mean.
Your mama, Bookie.
This is Charleston White and Bosco going back and forth. A black man and another black man who have problems. Now, like I said earlier, when the narrative fits him, he'll talk about black people killing other black people and acting like he gives a shit about black people killing other black people. But when a black man like Bosco says he wants to go and smack him, this is his response.
Your mama, Bookie. Yeah, I got you in your feeling, nigga. I touched your mama, Bookie. And you reported that video last night, nigga. Yeah, Bookie 200. You ain't won one fight publicly, nigga. Who you done whoop? See, you niggas like fighting. I've been doing this shit. Hold on, nigga. I've been doing this shit since I was 14 years old, nigga. In the institution, outside the institution. Say, nigga, I keep it on me. You will die talking how you talking, nigga. You will die, nigga. You will die, bitch ass nigga. Fuck.
Did that not just prove my point? Let me see what DP said. Man, nobody holds us more accountable than we do. Anytime we turn the focus on other people, somebody always comes with the what about what we do narrative. No. Anytime somebody comes to us like our own to tell us that we need to hold ourselves accountable, we go to, but what about them? Trust me. We hardly hold ourselves accountable. And I'm not even talking about from their narrative. Fuck their narrative. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about just focusing on, and it's not even just no street shit. There's traumas that we face as a people, man, that we still haven't dealt with. We've been carrying this shit for hundreds of years, passing it down from generations to generations. And it's still going on. Why do you think we still trying to sit up here telling one another to stop doing the shit that we doing? We still talking about it in 2021 because that conditioning, that trauma, all that shit is way too deep rooted. And it's going to take way too much time for us to sit there and dig deep and pick through all those traumas to try to fix all the mental shit going through every one of our heads. We have been being programmed since day one. So, like I said, we need to figure out our own shit. I hear too much of this and that and not the same shit that like I honestly feel like I said, the traumas, man, it's real. It's real. And we got to face that shit. Strong Will said, I look at it like he's tired of being victimized by his own people over stupid shit. I'm from the hood, but I live my life right and don't fuck with nobody. So if you run up on me, you'll die. You could look at it that way. But he's also a person that yells out being a man. And what do men talk about? Somebody, like there was an instance last week. They had an event out here called Gloves Up, or Guns Down, Gloves Up. and somebody came through with a gun, and when he was challenged to go into the ring and box, he pulled a gun out and started waving it. There was kids there. That's the type of person I'm talking about, who I think Charleston White is. Not the type of person that's living like, yo, I live my life right. I don't cause no problems. I don't want no altercations. So if you run up on me, I'm going to defend my life. No, that's not what he's doing at all. Let me continue, because I'm pretty sure y'all didn't see this.
Fuck your shit, nigga. Yeah, and that's Texas talking, nigga. A Texas nigga. I don't give a fuck about no California slob ass nigga. You bitch ass niggas don't run shit down here, nigga. Now come slap me. Come put on your boxing gloves. Tie one hand behind your back, and I bet you leave back in a body bag, nigga. I bet you die, nigga. Talking about slapping me, bitch ass nigga. You or any other nigga. And everywhere I go, I got it with me, nigga. Everywhere I go, I got it with me, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, legally. Yeah, slob. You ain't getting to talk. I'm gonna treat you like I do my hoe. Shut up and listen, bitch. And put that pad on that pussy. I got that pussy bleeding, right, blood? Yeah, I got you on your period, right, blood? Slob ass nigga. Snoop, yeah, I got you on your period, nigga. Talking about putting your motherfucking hands on me. You ain't even got 50,000. Show that house, nigga. Get out your mama corner. Get out your mama corner, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, you in your mama house, nigga. With her fine ass. With her fine foreign ass, nigga. Yeah, I know. I know. You in your mama house, pussy ass nigga. You ain't got no woman, bitch. And you a slob ass nigga. I disrespected your homie. Rosemo made your bitch ass walk home sideways, nigga. Remember how Rosemo done you? Remember how yeah, you remember. Yeah, you remember, nigga. You remember. That kind of ass whooping that nigga put on you, you can't forget, boy. He kicked you all in your ass. He made you didn't even throw one punch back, nigga. How you gonna slap a nigga when a nigga slapping you, you won't slap back? Damn, that makes sense, Bosco.
To me, he just sound like a hood Uncle Ruckus. That's basically what he is. Like, in my opinion, he just sounds like a hood Uncle Ruckus. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know why he feels the need. But, like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, now, if he goes around to any other place besides Texas, he's going to need security, 6ix9ine type security. Because unlike 6ix9ine, niggas would actually try to kill him. Because it's something about us doing us in that's more easier than someone like 6ix9ine who is basically doing the same shit he's doing. Am I wrong? 6ix9ine still alive. Am I wrong? Right, yeah, like he said, I don't want a boxer shoot my people though. I want peace. Look, if you get into an altercation or a back and forth with somebody, it doesn't make you a bitch to try to talk that situation out or avoid any type of confrontation where both of y'all go home unharmed. Like, I don't get why that's not something that's a category in that's not part of the category of being a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that makes us jump to being violent so quickly? Is it how we were raised? Like, when we do something bad, the first thing that happens to us is something physical. When violence just ensues, like niggas get a whooping, niggas get whatever. Is this something that's instilled in us that goes right to wanting to be physical with one another? What y'all think it is, man? This Candyland, nigga. Let's see. It's like when they used to say too many chiefs and not enough Indians, black people have plenty of Alpha males, but no leaders, team, role players, or cheerleaders. Interesting. Did I go back to the doctor again? No, I got to make another appointment, man. It's always backed up. Bad C said, then when they come to the hoods, it's the white neighborhood and preach they live in, or they in LA, Chicago, etc. Yeah, exactly. Naz Whip said, I used to work at my grandparents' soul food restaurant. Never did an Asian ever walk in there for the 7 years I worked there. Shit. It's probably because they had their own store they was running. Probably had a restaurant or something they was running themselves. I don't know. It's definitely deep in our brain. Yeah, it is. Is that something that we can agree on as a people, that we have a lot of stuff mentally that we have going on that we need to figure out ourselves? And I'm not saying that we should ignore the surrounding entities around us. Now, I'm not saying that we just ignore the racism, we ignore the pure disrespect or any of that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that there has to be some heavy focus point on us trying to fix the mental traumas and the conditioning that we have been subjected to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to. It's something that's really deep rooted. DP said pinned up anger, aggression, and trauma that has been passed down from DNA. That's a fact. JR said, none of my ops didn't want to talk, so I have no problem making them leak over and over again. Hospital bill about to be high as fuck for them. Strong will, our ego is the problem. We were raised to be hard. If we don't act hard in our environment, then we're seen as weak and we become a victim. Yeah, and motherfuckers know how to smell blood in the hood. That is something that hood niggas have developed and have conquered. They smell it. They're like sharks in the open ocean. They can smell that blood and they will attack or come at you in any type of way if you seem any type of weak. And I think that's something else. That's a conditioning that we have put on ourselves that's messed up. How do you see a black man walk down the street and not look at him as somebody that's part of the team? I used to hate that shit. I used to hate to have to walk down somewhere and question whether or not somebody gonna fuck with me just because they feel like it, or just because they want some, or they just felt like fighting that day. I got a story from when I was younger, man. We used to go up to this basketball court by my house all the time and just hoop. And there was this one kid that used to speak, or used to be around us. He was a loose cannon ass nigga, and we were just sitting there chilling, waiting for people to come through, trying to build up a team. This dude was like, man, I just feel like knocking somebody out. It's like, why? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's going on at home? Like, that had to be some shit going on at home for him to come outside just to be like, man, I feel like knocking somebody out. Anybody. I just feel like fighting a nigga. Just mad as hell, right? So this one dude starts walking up to the court. This other black dude started walking up to the court. He had like shopping bags with him. He's walking up, and the other dude walked up to him and just out of nowhere said, hey, what was that shit you was saying about my mom? And dude was like, well, I didn't say nothing about your mom. Next thing you know, he's like, yeah, you did. And he just started bop, 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 just beating the shit out of the dude. And it was like, why? Like, it was like, yo, that, regardless of whatever's going on with you, like, there's that is some deep rooted shit. How many times y'all seen some random pop up for no reason that didn't need to? You know what I'm saying? And it's not that we hate each other. It's a conditioning that comes with it. We don't even see, a lot of us don't see each other as family, as people to protect, as people to love, as a team, like a real team. Not even getting the broader spectrum. Like we don't even see the bigger picture and shit a lot of the times because we so focused on other shit and so deep rooted and deep conditioned in this country that we all over the place with it. There should be nobody against something as simple as Black Lives Mattering. Nobody should be against that, especially when they know the history of this country. There's no way. No way, man. But here we are today. Let's see. but it's not real because everybody is tough till the police come. That's right. That's another thing that confuses me. If dudes go to war in the hood, right? They know they finna pull up on somebody else that got guns. Regardless of what type of guns they have, if somebody is prepared to go and have a shootout, they know that they're going to be faced with gunfire. So when the police come and start shooting when they're not supposed to, what's stopping the same people from doing the same thing they would do to the motherfucker down the street? What is it? That's right. You can't be a sheep in a room full of wolves. Black people have been the people who have had to grow up faster than a lot of other races in this country. And not even in the sense of academically or whatever other races do when they advance in whatever education or whatever shit like that. No, we had to grow up as adults, as in real life shit was happening to us. You could die as a kid. You have to worry about your life as a kid. Have to grow up quick. I know a lot of young black kids who had to grow up raising their siblings because their parents were either out here fucked up or had to work because they had to do extra, working multiple jobs a day, having to depend on other kids to take care of kids. We had to grow up fast. Fathers getting locked up or leaving the house, kids having to, or mothers having to raise boys, trying to raise them as men. Inevitably, a lot of them wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. Our people have been broken in many ways for hundreds of years. Yeah, that's right. Black man said, go look at Mike Tyson fight. That little white referee is the law, but the toughest guy in the ring is Tyson, but the ref is the most protected. The refs are the most protected in any sport. It's weird as hell. I don't understand that till this day. How are refs more protected than the actual players or the athletes, whoever? I think we're getting on cold, honestly, but it's going to take a couple generations, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to take some time because we have to reach a lot of us. A lot of us are stuck in a certain mind state. And on top of that, you know, our culture and the things that we do, you know, it's either a blessing or a curse. You know what I'm saying? We some talented and culture shifting people, which means we influence everyone. Every race wants to be like us. That is a fact. Every race has adopted in some way, shape, or form black culture. That is 100% a fact. So it's not a secret that we hold a very large amount of power, but the fact that we have been conditioned so heavily and the trauma is so deep rooted that we cannot reach that full potential that we can get to because we still have to deal with all the extra bullshit. And yeah, you hear about the Asian man that shot a 6-year-old boy in Michigan and got out on $10K bond. Yep, I did hear about that. But, you know, that doesn't fit the Stop Asian Hate narrative, which is crazy because we still have to deal with black hate in America, people who hate black people still till this day. And other people are getting laws passed, which is why I said I agreed with one of the things that Charleston White said in the beginning. It was a fact that first year in office, first few months in office, that Asian people got a bill passed for them while we still sitting there not even getting stuff looked at in the White House. We got shit stacked up that just ain't been looked at. We know how they really feel about us, man. What up, Casino? We know how they really feel about us. That's why I don't vote for nobody. That's why I don't vote for nobody, man. Somebody tried to get into an argument with me about why I should vote and why it matters. The fuck out of my face. What are you talking about? When has our vote ever mattered in this country? Tell me which president came here and did something beneficial for us. Had a black president for 8 years, not a motherfucking reparation in sight. Not one. They hardly tried to give us stimulus checks. They barely passed those. Even made stipulations on them when everybody was dealing with the pandemic. How you gonna make stipulations on something when there's a pandemic going? Everybody's at risk, not just these groups of people. I feel you too, bro. I don't believe in voting either. People feel very threatened if you don't vote. Yeah, that's the thing. Why do people care so much about that? Knowing damn well everything is put in place for a reason. People are put in these positions. You really think that a vote puts these people in office? It's not a surprise. Joe Biden came out of nowhere, fam. Come on. Think about that. Joe Biden came out of nowhere and instantly was just like, yeah. Now, I'm not talking about the voting systems. Don't do none of that shit. Whatever. I don't give a fuck about who's in office. But all I know is that motherfuckers came out of nowhere because they get put into place. They get put into position. Oh my God. Let me block this. Let me block this out. My man said, listen to this. He said, DP said, you can't vote your way out of a system people killed to establish. This is why I think that Q shit was the dumbest shit in the world, and anybody who followed that QAnon shit is dumb as hell. How was a person like Donald gonna rid the world of people who literally built this country off of that shit? Off of evil. There's a system in place. There are people who control this whole shit. They thought Donald was gonna be the one to stop all that? Centuries of this stuff that they build. They thought somebody was gonna come through in 4 years and change it all. What? Bruh, if you know, you know. This ain't even no keep your third eye open. This is just common sense, just how patterns. This is patterns, man. This is shit that has been happening for decades, man. They've been doing the same thing and then been tricking people into believing that things are different. They have not pulled the wool over my eyes yet. And I will not be voting for nobody. You can talk about me. You can call me wrong. You can say I'm not helping the cause. You can tell me that black people died for me to be able to vote. All of that. I peep the pattern. I peep what's going on. This isn't built for us. It's not built to benefit us. This country is not for us. They do not care, and they won't. And what's gonna make them care? Tell me what's gonna make this place care about black people. Tell me. Tell me. Ha, Ron. Exactly. Come on, man. And then I've been saying this for years. Why do people think that the racist people that existed back in the day just died out? Like, they just think that they, like, the last people on earth to be racist were like the people back in the 60s and shit. Like, no, these people had families, man. The Klan. has families. The Klan. Do you know there's a Klan chapter in every state of this country? That ideology has been passed down from generations to generations, and for some reason, people don't think it's a problem. It's never been about what side you're on, just hoping we keep the system going. Ha! Right. Black people died for change. They thought voting was the way. It wasn't. Time to move on to other solutions. Yeah, and that's the thing. We risk our lives for the hope of things. That's how I know we the strongest people on this earth. We take chances. We risk our lives at a hope that it will help change for the better for our people. That's why I love my people so much. And that's why I will always love and respect the people that came before me, because even if they didn't know for sure that it would work, they risked their lives just to hope that it did, because they wanted a better future for us. So even if voting wasn't the way, like you said, my man, time to move on to other solutions, because we gotta figure this shit out. We not going nowhere, and we can't continue to keep the same thing flowing. We can't keep the same bullshit happening to us. So what do? We continue to come up with solutions to try to make changes, man. Shit. I hope those pride chapters in every state find every Klan chapter in every state and knockout gas one of their meetings and have them wake up with sore bungholes. That's what I hope happens. I hope there's just a big old Klan butthole violation spree. I hope all the pride chapters pick a Klan chapter and just have their way. That's what I hope. That's what the fuck I hope, man. And if you agree, put the GMS in the comments right now, man, because you know what time it is. I'm about to shout everybody's names out who participated in this shit tonight. Yeah, for sure. My man, yo, shout out to him for sure. DP said that's just like trying to put a new transmission into a car that has a bad engine. Black people have been trying to switch out the transmission for 70 years. Preach that shit. This is another reason why I really, really fuck with the chat, man, because I ain't got no goofy ass weird niggas in the chat. I got real motherfuckers in the chat that got real shit to say, and y'all give me more ammo as the show go on and more fuel, gasoline as the show go on, because y'all are a part of this show. Y'all my co-hosts in this show. GMS family, y'all my co-hosts. Y'all play a major part in this show every single week, and I appreciate y'all. Mad love to everybody, man. Let me shout y'all names out. Let me turn this motherfucking music on too, man. I made something cold the other day, but I don't know if I could play it. I don't want to get copyright stricken, so I'm just gonna keep it cool for now. I'm gonna keep it cool for now. We gonna keep it light for y'all, man. Let's go. Put the GMS in the chat. Hey, shout out to Bad Seed ENT, Wonder Man, Black Man America, Lady Aries, Alma Dixon, Cider, Emmett, Cottrell Jr., James Lil, Bianca. Let me know when you get your shirt too. You got to take a picture in it. You got to send it. And I'm going to post it on my website as soon as you do. JG, Bloodbath Entertainment. I see you, JG. Paco Apollo. Hey, y'all go check out Paco Apollo's movie, man. Paco Apollo is black owned. Queen Things, DP, J Monte, Trice Richardson, Raven Smith, AJ the engineer, my brother, the Cat in the Hat. This nigga keep pulling up, but he ain't rhyming. The Cat in the Hat, would you please put a rhyme in the chat? Cat in the Hat, put a rhyme in the chat. See, I did it before you. I should be the Cat in the Hat. What's that? What about that? It don't matter that I'm fat. I still eat a snack. And I still break a bitch back. J.R. Miller. The Don. Strong Will. I see y'all, man. Nas Whip. Ron Brown. Casino Gotti. Yeah. Breathe Easy, I see you. Hey. GMS family, man. Thank y'all so much for pulling up on me. Y'all already know what to do. If you want to support, hit a nigga's Cash app. Follow me on my socials. Go check out those beat albums. Hit up the GMS shop. The GMS shop is open. Get a shirt, get a jersey, get a rolling tray if you want to partake in rolling up the devil's lettuce. That's what they look like. Get you a GMS tray. Sorry, it's got some crumbs on it, but you notice because I use it a lot. I use it a lot. I said I use it a lot. I use it a lot. It says love, positive energy, and peace. Green mind state, and you gotta love your family over obstacles. Bitch. One love, y'all.